Okay, so namaste, good evening. Namaste to your virtual neighbors. My name's Alexis. If you're new to me or new to the space, your space, or whatever space you're practicing in tonight, it's great to have you here. So really listen to your body always tonight, especially when we're practicing virtually. It's different. And, even if you don't necessarily see what I'm doing or can understand it completely, trust the translation into your body. And if it feels okay and you can breathe through it, it's right. So listen to yourself first, me second. So going into a comfortable seated position, whatever tools you need, adjust as you need. So the shoulders slide down away from the ears. Let your eyes start to soften or close. We close our eyes. We turn our awareness inward and we feel our body. And allowing that sense of feeling to come from an intuitive space, not just from the busyness of the monkey mind, but allowing yourself to soften into the back part of your brain, the base of the brain, where we have more primitive instinctual knowledge. And just trusting in your own process as you practice tonight. I offer you a mantra of Soham. It means I am that I am. I am a part of the universe, and the universe is part of me. Soham reminds us of how deeply we are all connected to each other, to our planet, to the universe. And that even in moments where we can feel isolated or alone, Soham brings us back to the source energy and the remembrance that we are all connected. We all matter. We all have something to bring. And so just breathing into that space, just into the low part of the pelvis, center of the pelvis, root chakra, space of grounding, stability. So inhale into the first chakra. Slow, deep breath in. Exhaling all the way empty, right to the center of the pelvis. Just a little more breath out. And then again, inhale, slow, deep breath in, all the way in. Energy from the root up to the crown. And then exhale. Soften the skin of the shoulders, the belly, the hips. One more like that. Inhale, slow, deep breath in. Little more inhale. And then exhale. Exhale, soften below the belly button. Little more empty. Next, inhale, draw hands to your heart in a prayer position. Slide shoulders down and back, away from the ears. Relax the tongue. Bring a soft smile to the lips, corners of the mouth. Take a few happy breaths. And let's open the practice tonight with the sound of Om. We'll join our voices together 3 times. Take a slow, deep breath in. Om. Inhale. Last one, even happier. Inhale. And keep your hands at your heart or bring them to rest on your legs or your lap. Again, feel free to adjust your legs for your comfort now or at any point while we're seated. We'll move into a little bit of breath work, but again, please sit comfortably for yourself. Let's get a little Kalabati breath happening. Let's get some cleansing. We'll focus on the exhale, snapping the belly in as you exhale, letting it soften as you inhale. worry more, not worry, but focus more on the exhale and let the inhales take care of themselves. Keep the tongue relaxed in the base of the mouth, shoulders down away from the ears. Take a slow, deep breath in. And then exhale, all the way exhale, right to the root. Let's inhale for Kalabati. Five, four, three, two, one. Exhale, keep exhaling all the way, exhale, and then hold the breath out. Little squeeze up and in at the center of the pelvis. Just stay like that, or also bring the chin to the chest. Lift your chest to your chin, Jalandhar Bandh. Hold there, or also draw the belly to the spine, Udyan Bandh. The bandhas, energetic seals, working to strengthen lung capacity, working to strengthen energetic stamina. Hold according to your strength, please. Holding for 3, 2, 1. Good. Neck straight. Keep squeezing the center of the pelvis, but release the belly and inhale into belly, ribs, chest, top of the throat. Good. Hold the breath in. Again, draw belly to spine, touch chin to chest, lift chest to chin, Jalandhar Bandh, relax the shoulders, please, keep the face soft, and just feel that you're expanding in all directions, your ribs, 360 degrees. Keep holding, 3, 2, 1, good, neck straight, relax the belly, relax the pelvis, and exhale, all the way empty. Soften shoulders, soften belly, a little more empty. Then a big inhale, big breath in, slow inhale, expand. Imagine every cell in your body breathing. And then exhale, all the way exhale. Breathe from the top of the throat, through the ribs, solar plexus, belly, all the way to the pelvis. One more, breathe in from pelvis, belly, ribs, chest, throat. Exhale from throat, chest, ribs, belly, pelvis. Good. Ujjayi breath in. Restrict the back of the throat. Make a windy ha sound as you inhale. Ujjayi breath out. Exhale. Hear your breath in your ears. Inhale. Pause and then exhale. One more, pause and then inhale. Pause and then exhale. Good, keep the eyes soft. Inhale, pull the arms up, Ujjayi breath in. Rise the arms, lift. Exhale, twist, left hand to right knee, right hand behind. Just twisting gently. Again, legs can be straight here. They do not have to be bent. They can be open a little bit. It's a gentle twist. Inhale, keep your spine long. Exhale, let the belly squeeze to the spine. Keep the chin just slightly lifted. And then again, inhale. Exhale, a little more twist if it's there. Good, inhale. So to unwind the spine, lift the arms, breathe your way back to center, lift up, rise. Good, exhale, twist the opposite way. Right hand to left knee, left hand behind. Just feel your spine move, shoulders soft. Maybe first time for you, you've had a chance to really twist today. Just feel the space that you can make right away. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing right into that space between the shoulder blades. Again, inhale. Exhale. little more twist. Good, guys. Inhale, unwind, bring your arms back to center, lift, big breath in. And then exhale, soft shoulders, release your arms down. Very nice. Inhale, release the legs out in front of you. If you're on a prop, you might want to come off of it, push it to the side, come into a hands and knees position. Again, please make sure you pad up your joints. It's not unusual to feel tightness in your knees or let them be uncomfortable in hands and knees. So just get whatever padding you need. Take breaks when you need. Open your knees, hip distance, hands shoulder distance apart. You might tuck or untuck your toes, you decide. Core nice and strong. Press your hands into the ground. Make a nice connection there. And then relax the shoulders away from the ears. Don't hold too much tension. Back of the neck long. Take a nice ujjayi breath right here into the belly. Good. Exhale. Open the knees a little wider. Just reach your bum back toward your heels. Just make some space in the low back. And then we're going to breathe in. Come back to that tabletop position. Inhale. Now, as you exhale, bend your elbows and just gently lower down towards your tummy. And you can come down slower down to the elbows. Point the toes out the back. Push the palms by the base of the shoulders. And just lift your chest as you inhale into a little cobra. And then lower down as you exhale. Let your forehead come down to the ground. As you inhale, press into the palms. Press the bum back and open the knees wide into that pose of child again. Pause here in. And breathe out. As you inhale, come to all fours, tabletop position. Inhale. And then exhale, bend the elbows and just gently float down to the tummy, core strong. Inhale, point the toes up the back, push the palms down, lift the front of the shoulders, squeeze the shoulder blades on your spine, cobra. And then let the forehead come down to the ground. Exhale, keep this really gentle. Press the palms into the ground, come up slowly, and go right back to pose of child. And then we're going to pause here, and we're going to add a twist. So forehead to the ground. And this might be a place where you want to grab that block, put a block under your forehead. Again, it's early in the class, so if you just need a little more space, even just to get your breath going. So as we inhale next, my left hand is just going to come underneath my right arm into a really gentle twist. My left shoulder might stay on the ground or it might not. More importantly, I want to try to pull the hips a little back towards the heels. So I really like a little bit of support under my head here. So it's just a little gentler of a twist. But if you like it a little deeper, then keep your head lower to the ground. Inhale, the space between the shoulder blades. Exhale, draw your belly to the spine and really pull the hips back to the heels. Let the hips sink. And then give me one more breath here. In. And out. Next, inhale, unwind the left arm. Just gently reach it forward again, and then just exhale into the center of that pose of child. Next, inhale, come back to all fours, tabletop position, and then exhale, elbows close, lower to the tummy. Inhale, point the toes out the back. Push the palms down, squeeze the shoulders, lift your heart, cobra. Exhale, gently lower your forehead to the ground. Inhale, press the palms to the ground, pull the hips back, open the knees wide, pose a child. Breathe here, in and out, in and out. One more, in and out. Twist on the other side. So inhale, that right arm is just going to come under the left arm. Maybe get support for the head if you'd like. Forehead can go to the ground, and you can keep your eyes down, or you can look to the same direction as you're twisting. Again, it's early, so just really respect what the neck and the shoulders need at this point, especially if you've had a busy week or kind of feels like all weeks are a little stressful right now. So we just want to start to breathe that stress out of the body. We don't want to kind of demand it to leave. We just kind of want to open the door and breathe it away. So inhale. Exhale, that space between the shoulder blades. Soften right to the belly. And then one more time, in and out. Good. Inhale, come back to center. Reach the arm forward. Exhale, just let your forehead melt back into pose of child. And then inhale, all fours. Exhale, tuck the toes, lift the knees and bum, and you just might go right up into your first downward facing dog. Hands shoulder distance apart, feet hip distance apart. You might keep the knees quite bent beyond the ball of the foot and just really let yourself hang a little bit in down dog. You might stay in hands and knees position. Maybe you take a couple cat stretches if you're not quite ready for down dog, or even more so, you could stay in your pose of child. Wherever you end up, please, nice deep breathing. Spread the fingers wide if you're in downward facing dog. Press the ground away. Core nice and strong. Everywhere you're working, feel the exhalation right to the center of the pelvis. Little squeeze. When you finish your next exhale, if you're in down dog, you're going to look forward and gently walk to the top of the mat, as many steps as you need. Those of you who are in hands and knees, you're going to step up, take your time. Toes go straight forward. Little space between the feet as you need. Bend the knees if you'd like here. Put a block under the hands if you'd like, or even bend the knees. Keep your elbows on your knees if you're protecting your low back, or again, it doesn't feel good for you to take your head below the heart for any reason. Give me one more slow, deep breath in here. And then as you exhale, press the heels into the ground, core strong, squeeze the fronts of your thighs, strong, straight legs. And then soften the knees a bit, chin to the chest, arms heavy. Start to roll yourself up to standing, a vertebra at a time. Shoulders up second, head up last. Once that head rises, push the feet down, circle the arms up, big breath in. And then exhale, draw hands just towards your heart, right to the heart center. So pressing palms together, elbows at shoulder height. Press into that left leg and let your right heel just lift a bit here. And just again, just really gently focusing. Press the mound of the left big toe firmly to the ground. And then stay there, inhale, lift the right knee. And just hold. If you want to keep adding on, you might breathe your arms up. Please try not to lean back. So I'm not balancing from this position. I really want to stay strong and steady. Take another deep breath here. Hold. Again, it's mean to start with balance, but again, really good for focus. Good. So hands to the heart or the hips. We're going to stay here, and we're going to open that knee a little to the side. So again, if I'm modifying this, I keep my toe pretty much on the ground, and I just open my knee out to the side. It's almost like it's tree pose. Or if I just open here, again, I keep a hand at the heart. I don't want to let the hips move too much, because think about this hip action. This is warrior two. This is a lot of lateral poses. So can the right hip come a little forward, the left hip a little back? One more breath. Good. Exhale, come to center. Exhale, slowly lower foot beside foot. Once that foot lands, push down, send the arms up. Big, big breath in. And then follow your exhale and fold all the way down. Now this time, slide hands by the feet or onto the shins. Core strong, half lift. Looking shoulders away from the ears. Eyes are looking down, pardon. Squeeze the front of the thighs. And then fold as you exhale, chin to chest, forehead to knee. Inhale, step back with your left leg. Drop your left knee to the ground. Take time to pat it up. Bend the front knee over the front ankle. Push the front foot down. And either bring your arms to the sky as you inhale, or take your hands to your heart. Come up a little slower. You might even put your hands on your front knee for a few breaths. And just really feel how this first lunge is. Take another deep breath here in. Good. Exhale, hands to the ground. Tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and thigh. Pause here. Bend that front knee over the front ankle. If you need to put blocks under your hands, put blocks under your hands. Try to really press out through the heel of the back leg. Don't let the back leg bend or buckle. Lift your hips as high as you need to so you can tap into the strength of the back leg. Send the front knee forward as you reach the back heel back. Breathe space between the inner thighs. One more deep breath in. Good. As you exhale, push through the front foot. See if you can step forward. Left foot by right foot. Bow down. Touch your toes. And then push down the legs. Inhale. Sweep up the arms. Big breath in. Lift up. Maybe a little bit of a lean back. And then exhale. Hands to your heart. Pause here. So just take a moment, feel the difference between your sides. A little work on one side. We haven't done the same on the other side. Equal standing, soft breathing. All right, press weight into the right foot. Lift the left heel up gently. Again, hands can stay at the heart or they can go to the hips. If you're gonna do more, you're gonna inhale, breathe, you're gonna pick up that left leg. And you might wanna put the hand on the hip there. Again, just nice stability. Relax the toes, don't grip with your toes. Try to push the right big toe down. Hands can come to the heart if you choose. If you're gonna start to really work this pose, before I even open up, core strong, root my tailbone down, even if your knee stays or your toe stays on the ground. And so as I open up, my hips aren't moving. I just work within the range of motion that my inner thighs have. So if my inner thighs are tighter, I'm not gonna get a little bit more space. I don't wanna overcompensate with the hips to rotate, okay? So again, if that knee has to stay a toe on the ground, you just open the knee up a little bit. Tailbone down, core strong. If you want to keep adding, take arms to the sky. Very nice. Relax the toes, press through both corners of the feet, both sides. One more deep breath here. Good. Hands come back to the heart if arms are lifted. Either hands stay at the heart or go to the hips. Bring the knee back to center. Help it if it needs help. And then exhale, slowly lower foot beside foot. Good. Once it lands, inhale, sweep the arms up. Deep breath in. Follow your exhale, fold. Take a nice deep breath in, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, right leg steps back. Drop the right knee, pat it up if it's sensitive, and then inhale, either sweep the arms to the sky or go a little slower. Start with your hands at the front knee. And just enjoy, like touch into that front quadricep a little bit. Feel that every time you breathe in, you can really lift up from that low belly, that pelvic space, all the way up through the crown. Shoulders stay down and back. And one more deep breath here. Good. Hands to the ground as you exhale. Get blocks if you need them under the hands. So tuck the back toes. Let's lengthen that back thigh out now. So really just take time to stretch that leg out. So a little stretch in the lunge, and then let's build a little strength and stamina. Be okay to work your back glute a little bit. Front knee is bent. Try to work for 90-degree angles. And again, isometrically, think about lifting, pressing out. That left knee's pressing forward. The right big toe, right heel is pressing away. Space at my inner thighs. One more inhale. Good. Stay for the exhale. Heat in that front glute. Press the left foot down. Inhale, step up. Bow down. Touch your toes. Legs are alive now. Inhale. Press down, lift up. Big breath and sweep up. Maybe a little back bend. And then let's move. Exhale, fold. All the way down. Core strong, flat back. Inhale, lengthen, half lift. Exhale, step back to plank position. So be okay to put your knees on the ground if that's where you're working your plank right now, or maybe you need to come down to your elbows if that's more safe or secure for your shoulders. You can even just work one knee on the ground. That's always a nice modification, and then kind of switching as you need to. So push the ground away. So get strong through the shoulders, get steady. Back of the neck is long, core is strong. Pubic bone is up. I don't want to arch my back. I'm not doing like a down dog thing here. I really want to be long like a plank, like a board. One more breath in. Good. Exhale, either press back to downward facing dog or lower to your knees if you'd rather and go to a pose of child, or even just taking a couple deep breaths sitting bum on heels. Find the rhythm of your breath. In and out. One more breath in. Stay for that exhale, steady, steady. Good, let's inhale, let your right leg lift to the sky. Exhale, step your right foot up by your right thumb. So help it if it needs help, grab behind the heel. Keep the back leg strong and lifted, or drop the knee to modify. Bend the front knee and inhale, take arms to the sky for crescent lunge. So again, back knee can bend as much as you need to get steady. Really find the space to lift the front of the pubic bone so you're not landing in your low back in this pose. Really try to be upright, shoulders over top of the hips. If you can't get upright, soften the back knee. So think about squeezing that right hip back, left hip a little forward. Inner thighs are active, toes are relaxed. Take another deep breath here. Good. Hands to the ground as you exhale. Pause. So I'm either going to step in a little bit so I can put my back heel on the ground, or I'm going to keep that back heel lifted, get blocks if I need them, one or two, and I'm going to breathe in to straighten my front leg for hamstrings. So a hamstring stretch at the back of the leg, soften the front knee so you don't hyperextend and push the knee back. Little bend in the front knee, squeeze the front of the right thigh. And again, can the right hip squeeze a little bit back as the left hip just kind of comes a little bit more forward. Relax the shoulders and breathe some space between the hips and the armpits. One more breath here. Core strong as you exhale. Press the front of the right thigh back. Muffle the bone. All right, so let's inhale, bend that front knee. So if my back heel was planted, I want to kind of lift it up a little bit here so I have a little bit of play here. I can step in as much as I need to. Hands on the ground or on that block. I'm going to take flight, lift my back heel up. So here's another balance. So maybe for me, I just lift the toes up very little, just kind of working balance. I can keep that front knee bent or bending. Maybe I feel steady enough to flex the back foot, press out through the back heel. Maybe let my hands get lighter, put one or two hands on or at my heart. Take arms forward if you feel steady, but again, perfectly fine to keep your hands at the ground. Take one more deep breath here. Stay for the exhale, core strong. Very nice, guys. So hands to the ground, soften the front knee. Let the left foot land beside your right foot, pardon me, at the top of the mat. And then just take a moment to fold there. So you might open the feet a little bit, take a bit of a wider step, wider stance. Just let yourself hang if you want to hold elbows or interlace arms, either holding opposite arm and opposite elbow. Take one more deep breath. Good, so exhale, heel till the feet a little closer together. So once the feet are solid, press down and inhale, lift up, circle arms to the sky, big breath. Follow your exhale, fold all the way down. Take a breath in to lengthen. Step back to plank as you exhale. Hold plank or exhale, lower down to your knees or coming down to halfway for chaturanga, legs straight. Inhale from the tummy for cobra. You take your first halfway push-up, go to your first upward facing dog, shoulders down and back. And then we all press through palms, downward facing dog. Or again, pose of child. Slow, deep breath. Again, just let that energy start to build in the body. Talked about the mantra, so hum, the inhale, so, exhale, hum. Pressing down through the palms, inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, step left foot up by left thumb. Help it if it needs help. So keep the back leg strong and lifted, bend the front knee, and then inhale, sweep arms either right up to the sky for crescent lunge, or come up a little slower. Hands on the front knee at the heart, get steady. Again, from that root center, stability. Bend the back knee as you need to, really especially help those quads if they're tight. Be okay to work the glutes. Arms can work where they need to, so they don't have to come to the sky. If the arms are going to the sky, that's more work for your breath, for your diaphragm, for your heart, for your lungs. One more deep inhale. Stay for the exhale. Good, guys. Hands to the ground as you inhale. So you're going to decide if you want to go a little closer in with your feet, do, or plant the back heel if you need a bit more stability. We're going to inhale, straighten the front leg, hamstring stretch. So we're going to stretch out this hamstring. We did a little quad work with the lunges, and then we'll go to that balance to work the glutes. So just really getting the big muscles of the legs working early in our class tonight. Shoulders away from the ears. And that helps to get the blood moving. It brings the energy. So hum, I am that. One more slow, deep breath. In. And out. Very nice, guys. Let's set up for balance. So bend the front knee. Take a shorter step. Let your back foot come in as you need to. Get support under your hands. And then you're going to just gently take flight. So you might start just going a little at a time, just kind of moving weight between front and back foot. But when you feel steady, let the back foot lift to maybe about hip height. Press up through the back heel. Again, right hip in, slightly left hip squeezing back. Maybe 1 or 2 hands to the heart. Maybe even just working on getting fingertips up or getting a little higher on your blocks. So again, where can you be steady? Inhale. Stay for the exhale. Strong, strong through the legs. Very nice. So let's bend the knee, land the right foot by the left foot. We've escaped it so far, but no more. Utkatasana. So bend your knees, sit down into a chair behind you, and then sweep the arms either to shoulder height or come all the way up with the arms by the ears. But don't forget about working the pelvis. Pubic bone up slightly, tailbone down to help your chest come up without lifting the thighs. So stay in your lunge. Think about pulling the bones of your thighs into the hips as you press your calves forward. Heels are really steady. Big muscles working, big breaths. Exhale, see if you can sit a little deeper. We got one more breath here. In. Exhale, fold forward. Good. Press, straighten your legs. Let that heat out. Take that inhale, lengthen. Exhale, step back to plank. So hold your plank or exhale, lower to the knees. Come all the way to your tummy or halfway for chaturanga or leave this out altogether. Breathe into cobra or up dog if you're at halfway. And then press through the palms and breathe your way back, down dog or pose a child. Very nice work, guys. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. In through the nose. Out through the mouth. Good. Let's inhale. Look forward and just gently, slowly walk your feet by your hands. Go forward. Take that breath in, lengthen. Fold as you exhale. Send the legs down, press down, lift up. Big breath in, rise up. And then hands to your heart as you exhale. So just a little bend in the knees, toes together slightly apart. You're going to take a big step back with your left leg. You're going to step wide. So I'll be facing you backwards for a moment here. So I'm going to line my front heel with the arch or the heel of my back foot. Let my back toes turn in slightly. And send my arms out like a T. Palms facing down. That's too much for shoulders. Go palms up. Or hands can stay at your heart or your hip. So right leg is forward, left leg is back. So pressing weight evenly through both feet. So I'm not leaning too far forward or just kind of collapsing that back thigh. I really want to keep working active energy through the legs. And then just really gently, next exhale, bring those arms and just let them rest down. And then you're going to breathe in and you're going to sweep them up to the sky. And then again, as you exhale, bring those arms down. But now, as you exhale, straighten that leg as your arms come down. And then sweep the arms up, bend the knee. Press through the feet as you exhale, straighten that front leg. Do that one more time. Just pulse in. Press and exhale, pulse out. Good. Bring your hands to your hips as you inhale. Pick up your right foot, turn your toes parallel, all 10 toes facing in. Shorten up your stance if your feet are sliding or you don't have enough stability to your legs. Turn your toes in slightly. Breathe in, lift your heart. Either exhale, fold from the hips forward all the way down, or go slower, bend your knees and walk your hands down your body if you need a little bit more time or support going down. Hands are either going to find the ground or you're going to put them on a block if you'd like. Press down through the feet. And really, again, try to separate at the inner thighs, not just the inner thighs, like your inner knees and your inner ankles, like you're really working through the inner leg to separate. Like you could imagine pulling space apart high up in your pelvis. Relax your shoulders. And if it feels good to take the head lower or put the forehead to the ground, and if you want to hold either hands to the ankles or the outside of the feet or even your big toes, feel free. Just kind of take note of what you do with your hands this time, because we will do another round of this. I invite you to do something else next time. One more deep breath here, in and out. Very nice. So inhale, walk your hands forward. You can lift your head up or put it on a block. I want you to shorten your stance here. So just heel toe in, a little bit heel toe in. And then once you have like some movability in your legs here, you're not so deep in your stretch, you're gonna walk your hands a little bit to the right, to the front of the mat. You're gonna lift up your back heel, turn the ball of your back foot. You're gonna just keep walking, keep pivoting your front foot forward. So you just turn your hips and face the front now of the mat. Wiggle the left leg back so you now find some space, and then take the left knee to the ground. So try to take your right leg so wide that your right arm gets on the inside of your right leg. So it kind of looks like that I'm in a lunge with my leg wide, and I might turn my toes out, which is totally fine. I can get supports under my hands. If I'm really landing in my shoulders here, put something under your hands and really practice getting upright in this pose, even if it's just your fingertips on the ground. Take a slow, deep breath in through the nose. Now, if you want, when you exhale, to start to lower down, take your weight heavy, and maybe you take your elbows right to the ground on the inside of that right leg, and you might go to elbows, you might go to blocks. That's great. Go there. If that's too much, stay up high. Squeeze your right bum a little to the back heel. Keep the front of the pelvis lifting in the front so you're not just collapsing to that left side. Pull the front of the pubic bone up. One more deep breath here. Stay for your exhale. Very nice, guys. We've got one more on this side. So I'm in my deep lunge position. So I'm going to inhale, come up slowly. Pull my hips back a bit because I want to move that right foot back under my chest. So heel, toe in, heel, toe in. So once my foot's back under my chest, bend the knee over the ankle, tuck your toes, lift your back knee and thigh. Yes, that front thumb is burning away. That's good. Step in, plant your back heel, a little bit of an angle, 45 degrees, bend the front knee. Ooh, push your legs down and send your arms to the sky. Warrior one, let's finish strong. We started in warrior two, nice open hip position. Let's finish in a closed hip position. Really work that strength and stability back into the legs. Breathe that heat. Let that leg be tired and breathe energy into it. One more inhale. So good, guys. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift the back heel, step up, bow down, touch your toes. Deep breath in, push your legs down, sweep your arms up. Inhale. Hands to your heart. Exhale. Pause a moment. Soft breath in. Slow breath out. Good. Let's do the same on the other side. So you can bring your hands to your hips. So I'll go backwards again just to start. So little bend in the knees. Left leg stays planted. I'm going to step out with my right leg. Big step back. Heel toe out to give myself as much space, or come in for as little space as you need here. Arms come out like a T. Front heel lines up with the arch of the heel of the back foot as a guideline. I'm pushing lots of weight into my back foot. Bend that front knee. Palms up, palms down, hands at hips, wherever you need. Press the left knee to the pinky toe side of the left foot. And really, again, feel that there's a little bit of an external rotation at the top of the pelvis. Not a lot, just a little bit. Lots of weight through the feet. Heavy, heavy hips. Relax the shoulders. Okay, so let's move a bit. So let's exhale, just release those arms down. So don't bend the legs, don't straighten it yet. We're going to take the arms up on an inhale. Now as you exhale, so as you get about to shoulder height, start to press from the back leg, inhale, straighten the front leg. Just take the foot off the gas a bit. And then breathe in, just go right back in, sweep the arms up, inhale. Exhale, press, and then straighten that front leg. One more, go in, breathe. Press from the back leg, straighten, just let that heat out, yeah, good. So inhale, just hands to the hips, very nice work. Let's turn the toes in. So heel toe in a little bit if you're too long. If those feet are sliding, you know, like that's pretty normal. Your feet might be sweating a little bit. So toes turn in, go to where you can press out. That's okay to work there. Hands at the heart, inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, fold from the hips forward or walk your hands down your body with your knees a bit more bent. So go in as slow as you need to here. Get blocks under your hands if you're working there. If you're moving your hands to your feet or something, do something a little different. If you held ankles last time, maybe put hands at your heart. If you want to keep hands at your hips or interlace your hands behind your back, squeeze your elbows and reach arms up and over, feel free to go there. You're going to maybe walk your hands back so fingertips line up with the heels. Maybe you're breathing head towards the ground. I just caught myself doing it. Try not to sit back in your heels. Try to push your feet down and apart and take more weight into the middle part of your feet. Don't lean too far forward or too far back. Find the space in the middle. One more breath in. Stay for the exhale, legs strong. Good. So inhale, lift your head to about shoulder height onto fingers or blocks. So I'm going to bend my knees, walk my feet in, because I want to make this as easy and safe as I can for myself. Walk my hands a little over to the left, and then lift up my front foot. Lift up my toes to keep the heel down, pivot. Look at the back foot, lift up onto the ball, and then pivot. So now I'm facing forward. Keep the left leg really wide. Take the right knee to the ground, or wiggle the right toes back, pardon me, and then take the right knee to the ground. You can point the toes out if you'd like. Get your blocks if you'd like. So I've got my left arm on the inside of my left leg. I can turn my toes out here if I want. Take a nice deep breath in. And then as you exhale, maybe you're going to go low. Take your elbows to the ground on the inside of the leg. Maybe you're going to stay high. So try not to just collapse to that right hip. That's kind of an easier workplace. Can I pull the left sitting bone or hip kind of away from the right leg? And that really changes how I feel that stretch in my inner leg and my inner groin. So just, again, try to work from those muscles and bones to kind of really work isometrically, to press apart, to push down, to press apart, to make space. Squeeze the back glute a bit. One more deep breath. Stay for the exhale. So if you're down low, use your breath in to slowly, carefully come up. We got one more. You're going to pull the bum back a little bit. Then walk that left foot back in so it's closer under your chest. Arms on either side, frame the front foot. So bend the knee, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and thigh, step in, plant your back heel, front heel lines up with the arch of the heel of the back foot. So I gotta push down into my legs. Push down and inhale. Lift up, warrior one. I had to breathe there because my legs just don't want to do it. They're working. They're like, I've done enough for you on this side. But it's good. Make space and then build strength upon it. One more, inhale. Good, guys. Exhale, hands to the ground. Lift the back heel. Inhale, step up. Bow down, touch your toes. Good, let's wash that all away. We'll move through vinyasa. So inhale, sweep your arms up. Big breath in. Maybe lean back. And then follow your exhale, fold. Take an inhale and lengthen. Step back to plank, hold plank, or go to down dog or pose a child, or you're doing your push-up, either knees to the ground to the tummy, or push-up to the halfway. Inhale to cobra from your tummy, halfway is up dog, and then push through the palms. We all join you in downward facing dog or pose a child. Soft, slow breathing in and out. Relax the tongue and the jaw. So much space. So hum. I am that. Ever expanding. Capacity for transformation. So hum. So let's finish that exhale. Let it leave you completely. And then go ahead and inhale. Let's all lower down to your knees, So as you lower knees towards the ground, just really gently here, we're going to send the right leg back. And then I'm going to walk my hands a little closer in so I can plant my right heel on the ground at an angle. And again, my toes are going to line up with the heel of the arch of my foot. So I don't want to end up with my arm too close. I need actually a little more of an angle. So feel that you can really get weight bearing in the hand just by moving the hand a little bit in front, fingertips in front of the shoulder. So maybe you just stay here, pull the front of the pubic bone up like you're doing cat stretch, and then just see, pushing up to the back leg, if you can start to take your way into a side, into a gate pose. So deep breaths here. Now, I might look down at that hand, I might look forward, I might look up, but I want to try to pull the front of the pubic bone up. And if I want to keep working here, I keep pressing the left hand down, and maybe I lift my back leg. I'm not there tonight, but I wanted to give it a valiant effort for those of you who are going there. Take another deep breath in. Good. So as I exhale, foot down, eyes down, hands to the ground, just pausing here. I'm going to take a nice deep breath in. I tuck my back toes, and I take my back foot, and I'm going to step it to the outside of the hands. So I come back into this lunge that's a little bit wider. Hands to the front knee. So I'll show that again. So I was kind of back here. So I'm going to bend that knee and go wide, and then hands to the front knee. So I'm in that left quad space. So my left arm is going to come up to the sky. My right hand can stay hand on knee or elbow to forearm. And if I don't want to take hand to sky, if my shoulders don't like that, then I can go hand to hip. That's just as fine. And my toes are turned out slightly. If you feel better having the leg a little closer in and the quad tolerates that, go ahead and feel free. Either staying and breathing here, feel like you're lifting the front of the pubic bone, squeezing the back glute, or exhale, start to add a bit of a side bend here. I'll show you from the front. So I'm a little more upright. I'm not in a deep lunge here. I'm more upright because I really want to work that quad. And I don't want to max it out and then kind of skip the stretch on it. Pressing through the heels, soft shoulders, really deep breath in the side rib cage, deep inhale, deep exhale. Good. So breathe in, let yourself come back to center. Just exhale, bring hands back to the ground. And then just really gently move that right foot closer in again. So right foot comes back in. Move your left leg back. And we're going to do another hamstring stretch. But I'm going to keep the back leg on the ground. So a couple options here. So I can pull the toes up. Again, blocks here, maybe on either side of the front foot. I'm a little narrow, so I'm going to make that leg a little wider there. There you go. Toes pull up, and I can just stay right here. Blocks as high as you need them to be, especially if you're really tight here. If I want to keep working, maybe I'm working splits, I'm working Hanuman, I can keep moving this back leg back. I can slide some support there. I guess I'd go pretty high for myself tonight. And stay upright, work splits pose. So just kind of feel where you want to be tonight. If you're working splits pose and eventually you're working so hard to keep pulling the right hip back so you can bring hands to your heart. So you're not leaning, you're really using the strength of your hips to hold you. One more deep breath in. Stay for your exhale. Maybe you want to fold a little deeper if you're doing the half version. Good. So those of you, pretty much either ones, if you're in Hanuman, you might want to slide the front heel in, and I find that's easier either way to let the front heel in. If you like to move the back leg in a little more, go ahead. But slide the front heel in. Once that front foot can find the ground, tuck the back toes, lift the back knee and thigh, and you can either step back to downward facing dog, or maybe it's an easier transition, especially after a deep hamstring stretch there, to come to hands and knees. Maybe take a breath or two and pose a child. And then you're going to go back to down dog. Now, in that down dog or your pose a child, if you want to move through pushed up, if you want to move through up dog, cobra, then go ahead. Otherwise, you're going to hold down dog. You're going to stay in hands and knees. We're going to switch and do the same on the other side. Hopefully, I don't get my sides too mixed up here. So we're going to lower down towards the knees. Let me make sure here. Yes, yes, right leg is forward. Good. So I'm going to take my left leg back. So I want to be able to plant my back heel. So I might move my hand closer in to help me plant, but then it'll be okay to kind of shift the arm forward so your fingertips are just a little bit in front of your shoulder. So I want to pull the front of the pubic bone up. I don't want to stick my bum out here. I really got to work the front of the pelvis, press down, and again, maybe hands just to the ribs, to the hip, maybe to the sky. Keep pressing up through the back foot, or if you're feeling like you have the space and you want to lift the back leg, go ahead. Soft, slow breathing. So really press down through the index knuckle, relax that or soften that bottom shoulder. Core is really strong, the back of the neck long. One more deep breath. Stay for your exhale. Good, guys. Eyes down, so lower the back foot if it's lifted. Hands come towards the ground. So I'm going to bend that left knee and I'm going to step it all the way up by my left thumb. So I'm a shorter stance. If you're too short, go a little back, but don't go into too deep of a lunge because you're going to bring your hands up to the front knee and come upright. And for a lot of us, as soon as we get upright, we find that quad stretch. And if you really want to make it more challenging, you can tuck your back toes and that will make your quad activate in a different way. But again, please listen to your body's limitations and respect them. The left hand can stay on the knee or the thigh. You can go to your forearm. We're going to breathe the right arm to the sky. or keep it on the hip, and then exhale. Let's just add a bit of a side bend. So I'm not leaning my weight into the left leg. I'm lifting up out of not the left leg, the right leg. I'm lifting up out of that right hip and working to lengthen up and over. So even if I don't move very much, I'm feeling like I'm making a lot of space. Again, I'll show from the front here. Keep squeezing the left hip back, right hip a little bit forward, front of the pubic bone lifting. Again, squeeze that back glute a bit. Take another deep breath in and out. One more, in and out. Very good. So press down, inhale, lift yourself back up, big breath. And then hands come to the ground. You can either tuck, move the left foot back underneath the chest, pat up the back knee, tuck the back toes and walk the back leg back for your hamstring stretch. And you just have to go enough that you can straighten the front leg. You want to keep working your way back into variation of splits. You want to slide another block there, even just bringing fingertips, blocks closer to fingertips so you have extra support, just kind of balancing the weight there. But again, no need to go that deep if you get a really good hamstring stretch just from here. And either way, when you're working here, you can do more to kind of practice how you can move your pelvis. Because sometimes it's not just about, you know, stretching that hamstring. It's like, how much can you move the sitting bones, all the places where those big muscles and all those ligaments are attached to. Soft shoulders, one more deep breath in. Good, exhale. Good, so those of you working your deeper splits pose, come out slowly, maybe sliding front heel in, maybe moving back leg in. Once you can get the front foot to land on the ground, letting fingertips frame the front foot and then lifting back, tucking the toes to press back to down dog, or coming a little slower through hands and knees, taking a couple breaths in hands and knees. And then again, if you want to slide forward into plank, take one last push up, or even just up dog, cobra, or even just a hold plank. If you breath, please feel free. Otherwise, if you've like, yep, had enough, more than enough of that tonight, then just hold down dog, pose a traveler, hands and knees, soft, slow breathing. We're going to move into a pigeon pose, or I'll give you the variation on your back. So I'll talk you through pigeon pose first. If you want to lift the leg, you can, but you don't have to. We're going to bring the right knee towards the outside of the right wrist. Let the right knee and shin land. And then I kind of like to let the left knee land, but then kind of tuck the back toes, walk the back knee a little further back to get you into your hips. If you want to push or put a block, something under your right hip to support you, feel free. If you want to bring blocks, bolsters for under the elbows, also fine. If you prefer to stay upright, you can walk the hands a little closer. You might move the shin a little further forward. Breathe upright a few breaths, and then work your way down. You're ready just to come down to elbows, go right ahead. Those of us who are going to be working on our backs instead, from down dog, we're going to lower to hands and knees, bring heels to the side, come on to the back, bend your knees, cross your right ankle over your left knee, support under the head if you need to. We're going to lift the back of the lower leg, the left leg, interlace hands behind the back of the knee or the thigh, or even the front of the knee or shin. If you'd like, keep your tailbone and your sacrum on the ground. I'm quite steady there, it's not lifted. And then bend elbows, bring the knee a little closer in. Relax the shoulders. Wherever you are, take deep breaths into the glutes. We're going to take a couple deep honeybee or brahmahari breaths here. So when we do our exhales, we're going to hum. It's really calming for the nervous system. If you want to put a support under your head or your elbows, feel free. We'll take 2 of them. Take a slow deep breath in. And again, in. Soft exhale. When your next inhale comes, just carefully hop yourself up. If you're on your back, just gently release your leg and change sides. Everybody else, either pressing from pigeon, you can tuck the back toes, press right back to downward facing dog. Otherwise, maybe you shift your weight to your right side, bring your left leg in, bend the knees, go to hands and knees position, and from there, back up to downward facing dog. Let's try the same on the other side. So you can lift the leg if you'd like. Let's bring the left knee towards the left wrist, lower the knee and the shin to the earth. Let your right knee come down. Walk the back knee by tucking the toes and walking the back leg further back. Stay upright as long as you'd like. If you want to take a block under the front hip, feel free. Stay upright, or when you're ready, lower down to the elbows, or do a combo of both. Spend a couple breaths up, a few breaths down. Just right away, really engage your connection with your breath. And So Hum can truly help us with that. You can attach the busy frontal monkey mind to the sounds, silently repeating so as you inhale, silently repeating hum as you exhale. And the Soham mantra also really can help resonate the highest center, our crown chakra. And that's really where we can connect into our highest self, our limitless potential, especially sometimes when we're caught up in the emotion of the lower chakras and our feelings and our wants and our needs, and especially when they're not getting met. We can forget about our higher centers, but we have these higher centers. We can access their wisdom and their energy whenever we need. So hum. Take one more slow deep breath in. Take our first hum. Last one, slow deep breath in. Nice happy inhale into your hips, positive energy, breathe in. Good. As you exhale, carefully release the legs if you're on your back. If you're in pigeon, slowly inhale, help yourself up. And just gently shifting your weight to your left leg. Bring your right leg around. Let's stay low on your bum. So you swing your legs around, or if you're on your back, as you roll over and help yourself into seated. Let's go ahead and take a seated leg stretch here. So open your legs wide. And if you want to sit up on a thin block, it's a really nice idea. Even for me, I'm kind of getting pulled down. It's hard for me to sit up straight there. So if I put a little block under my hip, it's a lot easier right away. I have more space. I can breathe easier. So toes up slightly. Again, you might just stay upright. Bend the knees if it's too much of a stretch. Go less, not more. If you want a little bit more, we'll breathe in. Exhale, walk your hands as far out in front of you as you have space to go. When you can go no more, pause or bend the elbows. Start to breathe your elbows closer and closer to the ground. You might be able to walk all the way forward, get your belly to the ground. Feel free. If you want to take one of your blocks, really nice place, or a bolster even, to place it under the head. Just very calming for the nervous system, a little bit of stimulation for the middle of the brow, the third eye space, intuition. Just letting your breath move up and down. And then let's go ahead, take one happy little honeybee, your next inhale. Gentle breathing, just lots of beautiful space at the hips, front of the hips, back of the hips, low back space. Soft breathing, inhale, walk your hands back in. You might just gently draw behind your knees, just to carefully, slowly help your legs together. Let's do the same version now with legs straight out in front of you. So let's test those hamstrings. We got the inner thighs stretched out. Let's see how the hams are doing. Seated forward bend, Paschimottanasana. Same rules apply. Get a block under your hips, or some kind of padding. Just sit on the edge of it. couch cushion, whatever you got there. So if we're tighter in the inner thighs, I don't need you to zip your legs right together. That's too much. Or if you're knock-kneed, don't kind of encourage the behavior of those joints. Try to have a little bit more space there. But if it works for your body to go toes together, go right ahead. So if you're newer at this, be okay to start with your hands on the ground. You're going to just breathe your way forward, core strong. As far as you can get, if you can get hands to feet, great. Otherwise, just stay where you are, let your elbows bend slightly. Everyone else, if you want to breathe the arms up, big breath in, arms to sky. And then exhale, core strong, reach forward, fingertips are reaching for toes. Maybe you're going to hook 2 fingers around big toes. Maybe you're going to hold the soles of the feet or pull the big toes around. But I do want you to flex your feet. I know your feet and your calves might not want you to flex them, but I want you to, and I care about your calves. So bend the knees a little bit. I'd rather you soften your knees and flex your feet than lock your knees and be unable to flex your feet. So work for toes coming up to face. Relax the shoulders, squeeze the fronts of the thighs. 2 honeybees here. Deep breath in. Again, inhale, send your heart forward, no hunch in your back. Exhale. Keep going. Soft breathing. Good. Next breath in, you can either breathe in and lift yourself back up or walk your arms back up your body. Exhale, release the arms down. Really nice work, guys. So pull off your block if you're sitting on a block. Bend the knees carefully. Help yourself down on your back. If you want to grab any extra padding for your knees or put sweaters back on, please feel free to do that now. We'll be on our back. We'll do a couple stretches, and then we'll take our final rest and a couple bits of breath work. So as you come down onto your back, knees bent, feet on the floor, let's just take a gentle back bend here. So just gonna do 2 little bridges. So knees, hip distance, feet, knees bent, feet hip distance apart. Push the heels down, scoop your tailbone, your pubic bone up to the sky, push down through the feet, lift the pelvis up, either hold the corners of your mat and walk your shoulders onto your spine or interlace your hands gently underneath of your bum, tuck your shoulders onto your spine, and then push down through the feet, lift your pelvis up, lift your chin away from your chest, but breathe your chest up towards your chin. Feel that you could pull your heels a bit towards you isometrically, so pulling heels towards you even though it's like they're stuck in glue, until your hamstrings start to activate. One more deep breath, push shoulders back of the head down, and then exhale, slowly lower down. Take the soles of the feet together, knees apart, or if that feels a little much on the inner thighs or the low back space, keep your knees bent, feet on the ground, but take your feet wide and bring your knees to touch in the middle. So kind of whatever feels nicer for you. Again, just soft breathing. Just feel breath is happening into the heart center. Good. Finish your exhale. Let's do one more. So inhale, bend knees, feet on the ground. So we haven't done a ton of back bending. If your body feels like you want to do a full back bend here, wheel pose or Urdhva, go ahead. Otherwise, stick with your little bridge. Press feet, shoulders, back of the head down, lift your pelvis up, either hold the mat or interlace hands under the bum, walk shoulders onto the spine, lift up. If you're doing wheel hands or by ears, you're pressing up, lifting your heart towards your chin. And same here, if you're a little bridge, you're lifting your chest towards your chin. Push down through the feet, pull the heels in slightly, activate the hamstrings, breathe, breathe, breathe. Good. Exhale, coming down slowly. If you're coming out of wheel pose, chin to chest, come down slow. Otherwise, lower your tailbone down. Once you're down, either soles of feet together, knees apart, butterfly or feet wide, knees touching in the center. Just giving some softness to that low back. Just feel your ribs moving as you breathe. Let them move. So really gently here, let's bring the feet back onto the ground. Draw your knees in towards the chest. Take your knees maybe a little wider, and it might feel nice to kind of rock a bit side to side. Relax tongue. And then let your feet Gently lower back towards the ground, and then stretch your legs out away from you. So if you want to slide a bolster underneath of your legs, feel free. Turn your palms open to the sky, and be okay to take your feet a little wider. Take your feet mat distance apart or so, just to help your legs soften. If you do better having support under your spine, so maybe you want to put a block under your spine, or a bolster, pardon me, under your spine, more of like a supported butterfly or reclined position. Palms turn open, eyes soften or close. Start to let go of your ujjayi breath. Hopefully it mostly released when we were adding in the honeybees, but if your ujjayi breath is still holding on, then release the back of the throat space. Just feel the weight of the shoulders and the back of the head relaxing back onto the earth. And then I'm just going to guide you through a little bit of breath here, just a bit of a relaxation. We'll focus on the exhale and really allow the exhalation to leave you. So we're gonna inhale for a count of 4 and exhale for a count of 6. And I'll guide you. So just notice the exhale the next time it comes and let it leave you completely. And then as you inhale, just a slow inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. And now as you exhale, exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now inhale slowly for 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Last round. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale for 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now let go of your breath. Observe the space above the crown of your head. Just how the air moves over your crown space. So hum, I am that. And as you exhale next, exhale to the space just below the soles of your feet and feel the air that moves against the soles of the feet. Feel the gravitational pull between the space at the crown of your head, just a couple inches above, and the space at the soles of your feet, just a couple inches below. And feel that your body is perfectly pulled and balanced between these two forces. That all your muscles, tissues, glands, organs, cells, skin, hair can all relax and let go. So hum, I am that which is connected to everything. I am a part of the universe, and the universe is a part of me. You can continue to rest or meditate as long as you'd like, or alternately, slowly begin to deepen your breath to feel the inhale as it crosses into the left and the right nostrils and travels upwards through the nose and expands into the lungs and the belly, and just feel it moving, traveling energy everywhere. And as you exhale, soften a bit more, let go of a little more tension, surrender something else to your mat tonight. And then as you breathe in again next, you might move a bit, you might wiggle, or you might stretch, or you might even just soften and swallow and moisten your mouth a bit. At some point, let yourself, stretch and move a bit into the space that you created in your body tonight. And then you might draw the knees in towards your chest and rock a bit, and then roll to one side and press yourself up slowly. After a few breaths seated, you might extend an arm and cushion your head on your arm, and then help yourself up to seated. Wherever you come to, however you come to get there, come into a seated position, cross-legged, hips on heels, legs stretched out. Just choose to sit really tall. Feel your head perfectly balanced on your neck. Feel your shoulders perfectly placed over your hips. Your sitting bones perfectly positioned into the earth. Tongue heavy, eyes soft. We'll just take a few rounds of So Hum to close, and then we'll finish with an Om and some Shanti. And again, just really trusting to feel that mantra resonating through your entire system. So Hum, I am that. No need to call and respond. We'll just join all together. Doesn't matter what it sounds like. Inhale. So Hum. 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 So silently. Next inhale, bring your hands to your heart. Silently repeat without moving your tongue. I am peaceful soul. I am delightful soul. I am blissful soul. I am happy soul. Inhale, one Om, three Shantis, deep breath. Om. Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Peace within you, light surrounding you, love everywhere for everyone. Namaste to yourself. Namaste to your neighbors, your virtual neighbors, your animal neighbors. Thank you so much for coming. I'm just going to stop the recording, and then if anyone has any questions, please feel free to let me know. But here we go.